All right, well, we do have a lot going on with the weather, especially as we move into the weekend. Here's a look at Sandia Peak, where we started off with mostly sunny skies this morning, and as we put this into motion, the clouds really did roll in, especially into the afternoon hours across the metro. But you can see out to the west, we're starting to break some of those clouds up, and we have been rather quiet in the metro as far as the precip has been concerned, but we have seen a little bit of rain just south of the metro. We'll take a look at the radar in just a second. Right now, 61 degrees, so another fairly comfortable afternoon out in the metro. A southwest wind at 6 miles per hour sustained in the metro. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s and 50s across the north down to the south. We're looking at temperatures mainly in the 70s, 72 degrees in TRC, 75 in Alamogordo, 70 in Carlsbad, but you can already see some cooler air starting to work its way down the eastern part of the state, and we'll continue to cool down those temperatures into the weekend as well, and we'll also ramp the winds up. A good portion of the state seeing wind gusts on the high side this afternoon. 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Santa Fe, 25 in Los Alamos, 40 in Durango. Down to the south, looking at wind gusts anywhere from 22 in Alamogordo up to 36 in TRC and Las Cruces. And we'll continue to ramp up those winds into tomorrow. We do have high wind warnings in effect for tomorrow afternoon, where we could see wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour. We will see those winds come down a little bit overnight, but into tomorrow, we are really going to ramp up those winds, especially in the east central sections, down into the central part of the state and down into the south as well. Again, we could be looking at wind gusts up to around 65 miles per hour, and that does include the metro, where we could see wind gusts up to around 60 tomorrow afternoon. And we'll continue to see at least breezy conditions on Sunday, but we will start to bring those winds down, and that is some good news. We have seen a few showers out there, and they continue across portions of the state, especially into central sections, extending into the northeastern part of the state. Scattered showers, or at least widely scattered showers out there, and we'll continue to see those at least through sunset before we start to see some of this activity wind down. Most of the big time activity still to the north of the state, and that's going to dive down into our direction as we move into the weekend. But unfortunately, much of the state will stay out of the precip and be looking at those very windy conditions. Much colder air on the way as well. If we get a couple of showers, they'll be mainly over the northern mountains and to the northeastern part of the state. Then on Saturday night, we are looking at a frigid night with temperatures near or below freezing for much of the state. And then by Sunday, we will stay on the cold side, but we will have less wind. We'll start to see a little bit more sunshine, and eventually temperatures continue to rebound into next week. Southern Colorado, highs tomorrow only into the 30s with spot showers, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. We'll continue to see that chance of a couple of showers on Sunday, and then into next week, we will start to warm things up. We're back to near 60 degrees by Wednesday. Over the northwest, cold and windy, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour, highs into the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. We'll stay on the cold side throughout much of the weekend, and then back into the 60s by the middle of the week. Over the southwest, cold and windy with winds gusting up to 55 miles per hour. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s to low 70s, but will eventually cool into the upper 50s for both Sunday and Monday before recovering next week. Over the southeast, we will be looking for winds to gust up to 55 miles per hour. Temperatures continue to cool down into Sunday, 55 degrees for a high in Roswell, 53 on Monday before back into the 70s by the end of the week. Over the northeast, extreme wind gusting up to 65 miles per hour. We could see a couple of showers, especially the closer to the Colorado state line as you get. Temperatures into the 40s and 50s will be into only the 30s on Sunday, only the upper 20s on Monday, eventually back into the 50s by the middle of the week. Over the northern mountains, snow showers throughout the day. Winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour, highs only into the 20s for Red River, 30s and 40s elsewhere. We'll be into the upper 30s in Santa Fe on Monday, and then recovering into the end of next week. Over the East Mountains, very windy, gust up to 60 miles per hour, highs into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. In the metro, we'll see winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour, and temperatures only in the mid-50s, and we continue to cool off those temperatures. Low 50s for Sunday, only 50 degrees on Monday, but we eventually get back to the mid-60s by the middle of next week, which is exactly where we should be for this time of the year.
Okay, thanks, John.